Hello and welcome to 10-Minute English with Open English. I'm teacher Chris and today we're going to talk about words and phrases in Spanish that do not have a translation into English. For example, have you ever translated a Spanish word or phrase into English and English native speakers just look at you like, what? This is because there are many words and phrases in Spanish that do not have a direct translation into English. For this reason, these mistakes can be made by all different levels of English students, from beginners all the way to advanced speakers. These words and phrases with no direct translation can be difficult. So today I'm going to help you with the most common words and phrases in Spanish that do not have a literal English translation. Obviously, the goal of any English student is to speak like a native speaker. For this reason, in Open English, all of our teachers are native English teachers who are able to help you with the correct pronunciation and vocabulary to help you speak like any native English speaker. Also, don't forget that there are classes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so that you can take your classes whenever it fits your schedule the best. Another thing to remember is all of the amazing benefits and tools on the platform, such as a built-in translator and dictionary, a grammar guide, a pronunciation tool, interactive videos, professional English, and much more. For more information about our amazing platform, just click on the link below. As some of you may know, I have spent a lot of my life traveling the world, especially a lot of years living in Spain and Mexico. So I have a lot of experience as an English teacher hearing these words that cannot be translated into English. So the first word that I want to talk to you about, I discovered when I was living in Mexico. I was an English teacher for an English academy, and one of my students said to me, "Hey teacher, there's no school on Monday because it's a bridge." And I thought, a bridge? Like, I looked at this student thinking, what do you mean, a bridge? And the student said, it's a puente. There are no classes on Monday. There are no shops open. It's a puente. It's a bridge. So this was the first time I came across a word in Spanish, puente, that cannot be translated into English, bridge. Obviously, the noun, the thing, the bridge, the puente, where the cars drive over water on a bridge, this, yes, is a direct translation. However, this student was talking about a long weekend. So we do not say puente or bridge to mean a long weekend. If there is a national holiday on the Friday or a national holiday on the Monday, in English we cannot say bridge. This does not have a direct translation in this context. So, to sound like a native speaker, the words you want to use when describing this bridge would be a long weekend. So, we don't have a literal translation. Native speakers, oh, there's no class on Monday, it's a long weekend. Meaning Monday, nobody is working. It's a long weekend. Another interesting point is that in the United Kingdom, in British English, we actually have another way to say this, which would be a bank holiday weekend. The reason being, obviously, banks are not open on the Monday, so it's a bank holiday weekend. Even though it means the same thing, that nobody is working on the Monday, we use the phrase bank holiday weekend in British English and long weekend in American English. Let me give you an example. Hi teacher, what did you do on the bridge? What did I do on the bridge? I don't understand the question. Like, what did you do on the bridge? Did you have fun on the bridge? Have fun on the bridge? I walked on the bridge. I drove on the bridge. What are you talking about? Because yesterday was a national holiday, so we had Saturday, Sunday and Monday, the bridge. Oh, now I understand. In English we can't say bridge, we can say long weekend for American English or bank holiday weekend for British English. The next word that does not have a direct English translation, I actually learnt while living in China. Although it is a Spanish word and I learnt it from a Spanish person, I learnt it while living in Beijing. So one day I was in a coffee shop. I met a Spanish person and I said, "Oh, hello, nice to meet you. I'm Chris." And this guy said to me, "Oh, I'm also Chris, tocayo." And I was so confused. I mean, I speak Spanish, but tocayo I've never heard in my life. I understood tocayo. So I started, touching myself, thinking that maybe this is what the question was. But no, he explained to me that tocayo is somebody with the same name as you. So this does not have a direct translation into English. Unfortunately, there is no one word we could use to describe or translate this word. In English, we would need to say the sentence, "You have the same name as me," or "a person with the same name as me." So unfortunately in English it's a lot harder to say, and I personally love the Spanish word as it's a lot easier. An additional note, my name in complete, my full name is Christopher, and this lovely Spanish guy was actually Christian. So, not exactly the same name as me, but close enough. So this is my next word that does not have a direct translation into English. Tocayo, a person with the same name. Here's an example. "Hi, I'm Chris. Nice to meet you." "No way, I'm also Chris. Tocayo." Tocayo? Touch me? What are you doing? No, tocayo. Chris, tocayo. Oh, now I understand. I have the same name as you. Exactly, Christian. I mean, Christopher. Yeah, close enough. The next expression, which does not have a direct translation into English, I learnt while living in Madrid. I was with a friend and we were waiting for another friend. While we were waiting, my friend says, "Where is Juan? Darle un toque." And I got very confused. Again, very similar to when I was living in China and I got confused with tocayo. The same verb, darle un toque. I was very, very confused. Like, again, touch him? Darle un toque is touch him, I thought. Obviously, no. As my friend wanted to say with the gesture, darle un toque, in English, we cannot translate this literally to give him a touch. However, we do have an expression in English to mean the same thing. In English, we would say drop call. So, for example, when you call somebody, and then you end the call before they answer, this in English would be a drop call. Darle un toque, a drop call. So my friend could have said, "Where is Juan?" Give him a drop call. Call him and then end the call before he answers. Give him a drop call. Or we could also use this expression as a verb in English. Drop call him. Harry's late again. Give him a touch. Give him a touch? What are you talking about? Give him a touch. Ring ring. Dale un toque. Oh, you mean drop call him or give him a drop call. The next expression, which does not have a direct translation into English, I learnt while living in Mexico City. I was with a friend of mine on the Metrobus, and if you know the Metrobus in Mexico City, you know it can have a lot of people. It was very, very crowded, this Metrobus. There were lots of people on it. And my friend, who is a very confident person, started singing his favorite song on the Metrobus in front of all of these people. He started singing. I am not as confident as my friend, and I was, oh my God, oh, please stop, please stop, please stop. And my friend said to me, tienes vergüenza ajena. This is the next expression which does not have a direct translation into English. Vergüenza ajena. I understood the word vergüenza, embarrassment. I understood that. However, I have never heard those words together, vergüenza ajena. My friend explained to me that I was feeling embarrassed because of something he was doing. Vergüenza ajena. This does not have a direct translation into English. There are, however, two ways that we could describe this scenario. We could use the expression second-hand embarrassment. Second-hand embarrassment. For example, I have second-hand embarrassment. Or we could also use this sentence, which is a lot more common in native English, which is, I am embarrassed for you. So, yo tengo vergüenza ajena, I am embarrassed for you. So we don't have a direct translation. However, this would be the best sentence to use to fit that same context. Stop singing. I am embarrassed for you. He's just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Oh my God, please stop. I am so embarrassed for you. He took the midnight train going anywhere. All of these words and phrases with no English translations are great examples of why learning a second language can be so fascinating. Personally, myself, I find this very, very interesting how different languages have different expressions and words to describe certain situations. So if you're like me and find this fascinating too, or if you just want to learn English like a native speaker for other reasons, don't forget that Open English can help you. With our classes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can learn at any time that fits you best. You can also take as many classes as you want in each day. So you can learn when you want, where you want, and how many times you want. All with Open English. So, thank you very much for watching this video today. I hope you learned something new, and I also hope that you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for our next episode of 10-Minute English with Open English, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks and bye.